right, so just continuing our review of WrestleMania 42. We're going to talk about Sunday Now Night 2. Thank you for supporting the channel. We are back and we're talking about wrestling stuff. No more action figures and no more just nonsense. We're going to focus down and make the channel primarily about this, and that's what's getting the most response. I've been gone for 2 years, brought the brand back. One of my videos already with 100 views, so there's a lot of people out there that are either not doing those numbers in the first week of being back, so we'll take a shot at it. Anyways, WrestleMania 42 Sunday, Obafemi defeating Brock Lesnar. This was fantastic, really not a long match, didn't need to be. Obafemi dominating Brock Lesnar. This guy has tons of potential. People are definitely behind him. The question is, can he handle it? Can he capitalize on it? Will they pull the trigger? They definitely did at WrestleMania, and then Brock Lesnar leaving his gloves and even his boots in the ring, so people speculating that he has retired. I actually think it's a work and that he's going to be back, so I'm going to put that out there. Everybody assuming that because Brock Lesnar even left his boots in the ring and waved goodbye that he's officially done, but I don't know. I think Gunther is owed a favor. I think you're going to see Brock Lesnar return by SummerSlam and have a match against Gunther. Everybody falling for the work right now, most people anyways, that Brock Lesnar is done. I don't buy it. I think he's going to be back to face Gunther. We'll see. Only time will tell. But this Obafemi push, man, this guy has all the tools, and I think he's what Vince McMahon wished that Ahmed Johnson was back in the day. But this guy has all the tools. He can be cool, calm, and collected. He can come off as like fierce. He has enough. He has a huge presence. He has just enough skill on the mic. He doesn't really need a manager, especially if he's going to be a babyface right now. He's doing great, just steamrolling over everybody. This brand new face that's come in. Yes, he spent some time on NXT. Obviously, not everybody watches that. Most of the mainstream audience does not watch NXT on a weekly basis, but they are taking to Obafemi rapidly, and he's got something, man. He's got that it factor they talk about that you don't really know exactly what it is. You can't really package it and teach it or sell it, but Obafemi on fire. And the way they're booking him, if they just keep booking him strong, man, it's the same for a few of these recent call-ups from NXT, and yes, there was more on Monday Night Raw. There always is the Raw after WrestleMania, so you saw Ethan Page come in, and who else? Saul Ruka was on Monday Night Raw. Like, they're bringing new people up. I know there was a couple other ones, but anyways, we won't get too into that. Penta retaining the Intercontinental Championship in a match against Rey Mysterio, who was in like Deadpool cosplay. Very badass. Javon Evans was in that match. Some people thought that he may pull one out, like an upset victory. Dragon Lee, who has now adopted the Styles Clash, I noticed in this match. Michael Cole made note that AJ Styles, who is now retired, everyone's retiring lately, but AJ Styles, who is now retired, definitely retired, gifted Dragon Lee the Styles Clash maneuver for the rest of his career. That's kind of cool, I guess. JD McDonough was in this match, and Rusev as well. It could have went any which way, but not. I actually don't remember what I predicted, but I thought, yes, it's quite possible if they want to make Penta look strong, he's just going to retain the title, because Penta has been defending the Intercontinental title a lot, and he's brought more prestige and value back to the title by holding it and defending it, and now he has successfully defended it at WrestleMania in a multi-man ladder match. So Penta is on fire, and the IC title definitely with more prestige lately. If you compare that to the US title, it's hard to even remember what's going on with the US title. Anyway, speaking of that, Trick Williams defeated Sami Zayn to win the US Championship. Man, at the end of this match, Trick Williams standing there with that US title, it's like this dude was like made to wear that belt. Just the aesthetics of it, that belt and Trick Williams look It looks really like a good package. I think he will have a good run with the U.S. Championship. I think for a while they need to stop playing hot potato with this Intercontinental Championship, because Sami Zayn very recently won that championship from Carmelo Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. And then at one point it was going to be Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. But anyhow, Trick Williams, your new champion. I think Carmelo Hayes may be the first one to step in and want to challenge for the United States Championship. I don't know. I guess we'll probably find it on SmackDown. As far as where does Sami Zayn go from here? Well, the fans keep kind of booing him for some reason. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. Sami Zayn hasn't necessarily done anything wrong as a character to deserve that kind of treatment. But, yeah, the fans are kind of turning on Sami Zayn lately. So I wouldn't be upset if Sami Zayn turned on the fans. Like, what the hell's going on? And what is there left for him to do? So I think he may have a crash out moment, and something's going to happen with Sami Zayn. Recently, the way they're booking Sami Zayn is he's always like frustrated with Cody. People implying that he can't get the big one. Like, he can't win a world title. He can't win when he's in those big matches. He kind of chokes, or it's never happened for him. So we'll see if he gets a more sinister side. What happens with Sami Zayn? They could always turn him into El Generico, but that's probably not going to happen because we already have two El Grande Americanos. So, yeah, I guess we don't need another El Generico or Cafe Latte or anything like that. The Demon Finn Balor defeated Dirty Dom in a street fight. Couldn't really get too into this one, honestly. Yeah, it's always nice to see the Demon, I guess. And usually when the Demon comes out and it's not Finn Balor, when it's the Demon alter ego, he usually wins. So he won. Nothing really shocking there. And I guess they want to push Finn a little bit, because even on Raw, Finn just continuing to get like he got a win over JD McDonough on Raw, and after the match, running from Dominic Mysterio, but like, yeah, Finn Balor's still getting the upper hand. So I don't think he's really finished with Dominic Mysterio necessarily. Maybe they'll meet up again at Backlash. But, Finn's solid, but it just never really gets to that next level. So I think at this point he's got a ceiling in WWE. But Finn Balor is probably best being done with the Judgment Day and not involved with them anymore. Move on and find something else for him to do. Put him on a different show even. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. Rhea Ripley defeated Jade Cargill to win the WWE Women's Championship. Thank goodness. Jade Cargill was not ready for that position. No place holding that title. In my opinion, like, she's solid in a lot of ways, but I mean, she started her career, was thrown into the fire in AEW, just kept getting wins. They put a title on her, and yeah, just mostly like a winning streak until they finally made her lose that belt. She didn't re-sign at whatever point with AEW, came to WWE. They gave her a similar push slowly. And I think maybe one day, she'll be ready for that sort of position. But I think, like, technically speaking, she is not. They've been hiding her, I don't want to say weaknesses, but they've been hiding her limitations. And obviously Jade Cargill doesn't hold a candle to Rhea Ripley. In terms of just how popular she is and her connection to the fans, and also her actual in-ring ability. And Io Sky was there to enjoy the winning moment with Rhea Ripley, but Io Sky was otherwise left off WrestleMania, even though I think a year ago Io Sky was the champion, women's champion. But anyways, we'll see where all that goes. I don't expect like a heel turn from Io Sky. Io Sky definitely has wrestling ability. I always find her a bit boring, but anyway. In the main event, some people think the true main event was Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, and I mean, I understand that opinion, but I guess the real main event and last match to go on at WrestleMania 42, Roman Reigns defeating CM Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I can't say I was surprised. I really thought that this match could go either way. I thought it was a little bit too soon for Punk to lose the championship, so I was skeptical. But both AJ Lee and Punk losing their championships, and then I was like, wow, is Punk gonna go away for a little while? But no, he's sticking around. He made that clear on Monday Night Raw that he is sticking around. He kind of cut this promo, he was in this feud with Roman, and Roman was saying, you're too old, you can't cut it anymore. And honestly, like, the way they booked that match, it was like Punk ran out of steam and couldn't cut it anymore, and Roman was just a better man on that night. But think of it however you want. I just thought it was interesting on the night after Monday Night Raw, instead of Punk talking about how he wants another shot at the title or something and isn't done with Roman, he just completely does this weird pivot to Cody Rhodes and Cody Rhodes' title. So what am I missing in modern WWE? Like, you can be the number one contender for one title and just jump to the next. So if you're the world heavyweight champion and you lose it at WrestleMania, you just jump and ask the WWE champion for a title shot. We've got to get past this like 2 titles bullshit. But anyways, we'll talk again next time. We're a little bit over, and we'll see you again. Blatant interference.